I mean, you guys do for here, but you know, if you buy some traps, there's a lot of ways of kind of setting them up in terms of how you do it. But we like to make them freestanding. All right. In other words, we can put them anywhere. We take a piece of rebar. I promise I won't hit you with it. We're going to take it. We have a nice mallet. We pound the rebar into the ground. Okay, and that's going to be kind of our base. All right, and then this long piece of PVC pipe, it's just 1/4 inch PVC pipe, pretty straightforward, is going to slip onto the top of that, and that holds it to about the right height, you know. Okay, then we put this cross piece on. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and assemble the trap. These traps have this thing. It's a rain shield. Could make for a nice little formal hat as well. So, and this is just going to slip on to the top. Okay, and we have a bag of these little black top pieces connected to a little ornamental carabiner. Not safe for use for climbing, but okay for this. Okay. This trap is very simple. It's just a fan. Okay. Really all it is. It's called a CDC light trap because you can put a light bulb in. We find that while you will catch more mosquitoes if you put the light in, you also catch moths, dragonflies, whatever. Everything gets attracted to the light. You don't catch any more diversity of mosquitoes. In fact, you catch slightly higher diversity without the light. You do catch fewer numbers. But for our purposes, we remove the light, and this is actually becoming pretty standard for the CDC light traps. Even though they're called light traps, we don't use the light. All right, and then we have. Oh, hey Emily, is she there? Or other Emily? Can you grab just one of those white containers to the right? No. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then this is what we're going to collect the mosquitoes into. This little cup, it's a plastic cup. It's got a grate on it. If you were wanting to trap something smaller than mosquitoes, which might be sandflies or a fly I didn't cover called a no-see-em or ceratopagonid fly, you can actually put in a finer mesh if you need to. You know, but this is fine for mosquitoes. I'll take this little label off because I'm going to want you each to label yours. Okay? So this little sleeve is just going to fit over this cup. Okay, and then you'll screw it down on. Okay? Pretty simple. All right, you got this little sock kind of thing, right? And then you have this drawstring. Okay, don't tie the drawstring till tomorrow when we pick up the traps. All right? And this is going to then fit over, there's a little lip on the fan part, fits over the lip, and you're good to go. Now, important thing, we are going to have a competition. Where's Greg? We are going to have a competition, right? Right. So, in your group, I want you to put a label on it, right? If there's one thing that's important in all of science, let's face it, it's labeling accurately, right? So I want you to put a label on it. Maybe your initials of your people in your group. You could come up with a funny name if you choose to, or whatever. Probably put the date on it, although I think we'll all know what date it is. Okay, and then the trap part is ready to go. All right. Now, the second part. We may have to. Well, let's see. And the coolers are going to be full of dry ice, and when you open them up like this, the CO2 is going to sublimate from the dry ice and come out of that nozzle, and that's going to be our attractant. Okay, so we do have to set these up. In this bag should be little eye screw with a little bolt on it, and we're gonna probe onto there, and then you use this. I hope I've got this right, Sean. And then you use this. I can do it. do it. By the way, no, because it's very challenging to do these things in front of an audience. So, that's going to sit like this. The dry ice is in here. The CO2 is coming out here. Take this. Well, I think we do have other loops, but maybe we can just do this if need be. Okay. We might have enough, but I want to make sure. I think there are other eyes, but we'll make sure before I put one in. But that's essentially how we'll set it up. Now, does anybody see what's missing? Battery. So we somewhere have super heavy batteries. Black to black. And you can hear the fan running. Yeah. All right, and once you do that,
here you've got your CO2 above the...
is through the fan, right? And so sometimes our mosquitoes get a little beat up, right? And that's where you have to be a really good identifier to get them. But male, female, Anopheles, not Anopheles, Culex, Aedes or Staurophora, we're going to be able to do even on beat up mosquitoes. Okay? Good.